You caught me in an early morning shave, which is rare. I don't like getting up, but I like shaving a lot, and I didn't do it last night because of some work I had to do. So here we go. I have this new brush. I just got it. It's a synthetic. I think this is the Boss Knot. And this handle, Jade and Black from WildWest Brushworks. I bought it at a great price, used. And I get it home and it's like a centimeter bigger than I thought it was. Really happy about that. I've got big hands and I'm looking forward to seeing how ergonomic, whether this handle agrees with me or not, but it's the right height, size to really have a lot of potential. Really happy about that. So this is shave number, let's look at it. 137 on the Nacet. 50 dots on one side, this many on the other. Carefully take out the bleed. Here's the clean side, it's on the top. Here's the dirty side, used side that goes on the bottom. And that's just a little, if you're new, that's just something I'm doing as an experiment. Always using one side on the bottom, the same side on the bottom, just to see if it ever makes any difference. Normally I don't care which way I install a blade. Just got this soap in at a trade, so I'm really looking forward to using it. I love the Darkfall scent. I probably like the Bison base from Declaration Grooming just a little better. But this is the Icarus, and the trade was so nice that I couldn't resist grabbing up Icarus and one of my favorite Declaration Grooming scents. Got my usual lather bowl from Roger Quintero's design. 3D printing, you can do that if you have access to that, and there's a link in the description to get the files. Now, since this is a synthetic, I don't really have to soak it. Just get it nice and wet. Let me get my face wet too. Had a little cold spell here recently, so the tap water's colder than it has been. Alright, shake a little bit of the water out, and then we will do a 30-second load, and on 20, we'll start on 20 seconds. Now I am pretty confident that this brush this knot is not going to work out. It feels pokey. It feels just like all the other synthetics, like the Plason. I've tried the Cashmere, several others. Did try the what did I try? And there we go. That should be 30 seconds. I did try the Timberwolf, and as long as the loft was set fairly high, that one was nice. So it's very rare. Now this looks really thin and soupy. So I wonder if it's going to be enough lather. Let's just do another 10 seconds for grins. There we go. Looks a little better. I'm going to rinse out the threads on the tub container here. All right. So a 40-second load. Now I think maybe one of my best grips is to tuck this base into my hand right there, and my fingers can then hold up here at the top part, or I could You know, if I want to do more of a straight hold like this, I could try that. Just see what happens. That wonderful smell of kind of leaves, maybe a little bit of fire, a little bit of dankness. I've got some, this is hard water. Usually, lately I've been doing my borathon and soaking my bores for a while before using them. And because of that, and because I've got hard water, I've been using distilled for my lathers. But since today I didn't have to soak, I'm back to using my normal hard water. Yeah, this looks like it's coming together kind of slowly, so I think maybe a longer load time is wiser. See, this brush, it doesn't splay very well on this soap, and so I'm thinking maybe it just kind of lays around on it instead of doing a better job at gathering up the soap. I think maybe a natural bristle brush that splays better is going to be a little quicker at picking up the soap. Let's add another half teaspoon. Just see if it makes the lather kind of wake up. If not, I can go back to the tub for just a little bit. Yeah, it's coming up. Taking a lot more effort to work the lather with this brush than usual, than with boar or badger. Maybe it's just effort to hold the handle, because at this point I'm just kind of having to hold the narrow end. It's just a little, and because it's kind of slippery and stuff. Let's see, is this going to give me 3 passes? Well, probably. Let's try it out. I'm glad I did the extra 10 seconds of loading there. All right. A little bit extra water on my face here. Soften those hairs a little bit. Now, I expect this thing to poke me around and shove me, kind of like the other synthetics. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, not too much different. Not enjoyable at all. I mean, if you back it off a little bit and only use the very tips, I mean, can you see with the camera what that's doing to me there? A lot of people like these synthetics, but I just don't get it. Maybe if they don't have a goatee, then they don't have to do this reversing of direction like I do. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just only use the tiny tips of the brush. I don't know. but I can't stand this. Of course, the tips are nice and soft, but I mean, the tuxedo and cashmere, I mean, every other synthetic I've tried has had soft tips. So it does spread out the lather really nice, but the scrubbing is really important to me. All right. Shave 137. What a great scent. Oh, I started out cross grain. Oh yeah, this is a crappy lather. I think it's too, I need more of it, or it's too thin or something. This is tuggy. So let's lay down some more lather. It's just uncomfortable, and it just hasn't been like that. Try that again. It's never pulled that much. Check it and make sure it's, yeah, it's tight enough and all that. That's better. It's not great. Wouldn't this be interesting if the Icarus base, you know, was kind of tuggy, didn't quite match this blade. Obviously, most people who enjoy their soaps aren't using a smoothed out 137 use blade. But I'll definitely give Icarus another shot with a better brush, just to make sure. But I tell you, if I only had this type of synthetic knot, the Boss, or even the Plisson, the Cashmere, if I only had those knots, I probably wouldn't enjoy shaving nearly as much. I'd probably skip a few days between shaves just because I didn't want to bother with it. And that's saying a lot. Tuxedo, that's the one I keep forgetting. I don't like the tuxedo either. I mean, the tips on these, on all the ones I've mentioned, are just terrific. But when something behind the tips shows at your skin in an uncomfortable way, doesn't matter how soft they are. Great smelling soap. Rinse. We'll half rinse. All right, third pass. I do just have enough soap for 3 passes, and probably a touch up. So 40 seconds for me is the bare minimum with this kind of knot, but I'll tell you what, if I can help it, I will not be using this type of knot again. I like how the synthetics are good travel brushes. They dry quickly, you know, so they're good for travel. Less likely to develop mold issues and things like that. But see, they're so springy that it just launched a chunk of lather off my face. I don't need it off my face. And it's not too thin. It's just the springy nature of the bristles. And now a lot of people like the synthetics, so I don't think I'm in the majority here. All right, last pass. Glide is very nice here. Razor's moving across my face really well. With this older blade, the third pass is kind of necessary. For me, it's still actually cutting some hairs with a sharper blade. A lot of times I'm not really cutting too much on the third pass. All right, final rinse. So after using this shape handle, I think that I don't really like it for brush generation of lather. Mixing up the lather, because it always gets slippery around here, and because of the shape it always makes your fingers want to come here to the end, and then with this small grip there's a lot of leverage and stuff that you have to really grip it really hard to make the brush do its job. And so that made me more, I felt the fatigue because of that. I tried to kind of hold it in kind of this type of arrangement, but it still was more work than usual. But I'll definitely give this handle shape a few more tries. But as far as loading on your face, it was great because I could reach forward. This wasn't as soapy. You can always, during the shave, you can always rinse that part off anyway. And so I thought it was very nice. I've seen some vintage shaving brushes with this shape, but they were just about a centimeter shorter, and so you, I think that worked out. I wonder if this had some kind of flare out. I think that's probably what that bump is trying to be right there. But so as long as the handle isn't soapy, I really like this brush. So the handle, don't like the knot at all. It's not the boss for me. All right, well, I'm going to clean up. 40-second load off the soap with this synthetic knot. Worked well with 2 teaspoons of water to make that lather. I feel like the lather was the right consistency, so I'm happy about that. 137 now with a Nacet. Open it up just a hair, rinse it out, and that is the only thing that I do with my blades. I don't alcohol or anything like that. Put it over here on the hand towel to just kind of tap it dry, and that is it. I'm not going to do the same thing with my razor. So to sum up, no big surprise. The scent was awesome. The performance is interesting. I'll have to see if it's just the knot or if the The Icarus doesn't really, I don't know, give the right slickness or cushion or something for this old blade. The second, third pass, the blade performed as usual. Really nice, enjoyable. Let's see what we've got. I wonder if I'd feel differently for a morning shave in terms of balm. Let me look and see what I have. Yep, you know what? I'm whipping out the Executive Man Balm because at night, balm scent is usually going to wear off by the time I get up in the morning. And so my wife's not going to be able to enjoy it. She likes Executive Man, the scent, so now I can put on a balm that she can enjoy since I'm doing a morning shave. Well, there we go. Pretty good shave. I went into it knowing I would probably not like the synthetic. Still, no irritation. It was a little tuggy at first, you know, like it was, but it did not generate any kind of razor rash or anything like that. And there we go. So I hope there was something in here, in this video, that helped you out. You take care. This is Sugar Daddy, and saying a very different good day.